Hey everyone. So I met somebody recently at a networking event, very unexpected person to see at a networking event, at least the business networking event, a judge. And she's running, and she's been a judge for a little while, but she's also was jumping into real estate. But anyway, I'll let her do the intro. So Kim, or I don't know, should I call you Judge Kim? I'm not sure, but could you give your bio, like from where you started to where you are now, and I guess where you're going to?
Well, no, you can just call me Kim. We're not in court, so you don't have to use any formal titles. But yes, I am Judge Kim Cook, running for the Court of Appeals, the Fifth District Court of Appeals, Place 11. That's here in Dallas. It covers 6 counties, which is Dallas, Collin, Hunt, Grayson, Kaufman, and Rockwall counties. So the Court of Appeals sits below the Supreme Court of Texas. There's 14 courts of appeals in place now. There will be a 15th Court of Appeals, and they hear appeals from criminal as well as civil cases. So that's what I'm running for. And the election is March of 2024.
You got time. So could you give your background? Like, where did you start from? When we had the conversation, you've been a judge for a little while now. So, I mean, where did you start from to where did you get there? I guess give a little bit of a history.
Okay, so I have been a judge for 9 years now. I've been an attorney for 21 years. And I started as an intern. Thank you. That's so kind of you. But, I wanted to be a judge when I interned with the judge in Houston. I went to law school in Houston, and, the judge, I sat there and I daydreamed about being a judge, seeing her as a judge. And I was like, one day I'm going to run for judge. And so I did. In 2013, I decided to run for judge.
Awesome. So 7 years now, you're well, no, 10 years now. Okay. That's total 10 years. So this will be, you are judge right now, but you're rerunning again, right? Make sure.
I'm running for a higher court. I'm running for the Court of Appeals.
I got you. Okay. I thought you were already there. You just, rerunning again or something. Okay. Got you.
No. I was in family court for 8 years. And then now I sit visiting for criminal, civil, and as well as family cases throughout the different counties that I mentioned.
Got you. So you said, when you saw someone like a judge at a court, that's when you decided, like, from your practice to jump to a judge. Is that what you said?
I was an intern in law school at that time.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Okay.
And I don't know, it's a famous case that we were trying when I was an intern. It was the Andrea Yates case. I don't know if you remember that. It was a case out of Houston where the lady drowned her 5 kids.
Yeah. That's a long time ago.
Yeah, I sat during that trial, and that's when I decided, eventually I'm going to run for judge.
Awesome. So it seems like there was a shift there. I mean, what was it? What did that trigger? I mean, must have been some trigger.
Well, you know what? Let's back up, because there has been a real shift. When I was a kid, I dreamed about being a doctor. I was going to medical school. I was going to be a doctor. In my last year, and I'm a pre-med student. I do have a biology degree and a business management minor. But my last year in undergraduate, I was working at Presbyterian Hospital as a medical technologist. I do have a medical technologist license also. And, the doctors, their mentality, it just didn't fit me. Their personality and mentality didn't fit me. The bedside manners, the rudeness, the way they talked to patients, and the way they treated the hospital staff, including myself, it just didn't fit my personality. So then I decided my last year of undergraduate school, I went to my advisor and told them, I don't want to go to medical school anymore. I want to go to law school so I can sue these doctors.
Okay. So that was the shift. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. That was one. And then when you saw Andrea Yates' case, something triggered in you to want to be a judge. Was it the judge you saw? What was that point that it really triggered you there, that you kind of wanted to shift your focus there?
Well, I always knew I wanted to be a trial attorney. So for 13 years, I was a trial attorney because I love trying cases.
Mhm.
And, the next progression is to be a judge. So I knew at that point, 2013, I was like, okay, let's see what happens. Let me run for judge.
Mm, gotcha, gotcha. Awesome. Well, now having said that, now you're running. So, who are you looking to connect with, and who can you help? Who can you help, or who are you looking to help you? I guess Can you share that?
My connection is always to the community, and that's to everyone in the community.
Mm,
Everyone who's a voter, or everyone who is a potential voter, and everyone who we can register to vote, because the local elections are so important. They can change your lives immediately.
mhm.
So I try to connect with everybody. That's why I'm at business mixers, I'm at real estate mixers, I'm at all type of events where I can just meet people and connect with the community.
Got you. Would you like to kind of share your, core beliefs that why you are going to be an effective trial, kind of the judge, I guess, if you want to share that?
Well, a lot of people don't really know what the appellate court is. The appellate court hears cases where people aren't satisfied with the decision in the trial court, and it goes up on appeal.
Mhm.
And in the appellate court, you can also make law. So if you see something that's unjust, you can make law. So it's not only the legislator that makes law, it's also the Court of Appeals that writes new law into effect, that
Mhm.
has an opinion that could be the new law. I think representation matters. In the state of Texas, there's really not a diverse representation. And so I think that's important because the all the courts in the state of Texas should look like the community,
Mhm.
should be a reflection of the community, should understand the perspective of the community. So
Mhm.
that's why I'm running for the Court of Appeals.
Awesome. Well, we'll jump into two of my favorite questions now. So, with that being said, what inspires you to get up and do what you do every day? I'm sure all the court cases, judgments, all those are pretty fun and can be intense, but is that what inspires you to get up and do what you do every day, or you got some other reason that pushes you?
Well, every day I start my day off with working out. I
Mm,
think it's important to have discipline and determination in everything that you do.
mm,
Um, with the court cases, yes, I always, when I practiced law, I was a criminal defense as well as family law attorney because
mm.
I like helping people.
Okay.
So it's not so much of the paperwork, the transactional, the corporate law that I practice, because
Mm,
my thing is, how can I help people?
mhm.
How can I help those that are less fortunate? How can I make sure that they get justice?
Right. Gotcha. Well, okay. So awesome. Well, I mean, you've been at this for, you said 20 years, but I still can't wrap my mind around it. But anyway, you got a lot of lessons and tips about it. So what can you share? I mean, it doesn't have to be law. It can be personal, whatever that, something that has helped you that can help others.
Okay, what I have learned in life is communication is very important, and communication is not necessarily listening to people in order to respond. You have to listen to people in order to connect to the person.
Mhm.
And that is how you effectively connect with that person and make them trust you and make them confide in you. And connecting with people, you never burn any bridges because you never know when you need that person, even for advice or for, a referral or something. So when you connect with people, make sure you build on those connections. So
Awesome.
that would be my advice.
That's a great tip. Yeah, and yeah, you said it right. Communication is not about listening and responding. It's really truly listening to understand. That's a great tip. And obviously, as a judge, you have to practice that a lot, obviously. So awesome again. Thanks again, Kim. And again, I'll be, I guess, posting whatever information I have for Kim or Judge Kim's. You want to support her or reach her out or have a conversation with her, you can do that. So again, thanks for taking the time, Kim.
Thank you so much.